of the House Judiciary Committee, and you saw him in that little montage. Congressman Jeff Van Drew, great to see you, Congressman. What was the lowest of lowlights of Attorney General Merrick Garland's appearance today?
I think it was just to completely deny what has obviously been documented and is true. He was literally, for example, in Hur's report, the special counsel, when he said that the president, and I'm basically quoting here, is a kindly old gentleman, but that is very forgetful. And he said, no, that's not what he said, but it is. And we even entered into as evidence the exact quote that he said. And he did that numerous times. I mean, he denied what is plausible, what is truthful, what we know to be fact, because he's just in a corner. And it is such a level of a two-tiered system of justice. Megan, what happens to normal people and what happens to the people when you're in Democrats that are in power are two totally different things, and that's everything America is not.
You know, what I saw was that the committee members on the Republican side were actually bringing out facts. Now, he might not have liked your conclusion from those facts, or Democrats may not have liked your conclusions, but the facts were the facts, and the bottom line was he kept denying what the facts were, and you had it in writing or in statements, which was so outrageous. And Congressman, we want to have faith in the justice system. We might disagree with some of their prosecution decisions, but I want to believe that they're making the best decisions possible. But I came away from what I watched is this guy, Merrick Garland's a political hack through and through.
Oh, no question about it. I mean, just think about the two-tier system again. So here's two individuals, Donald Trump, as president, removes some classified papers, has the right as president to declassify them, keeps them in a secure area in Mar-a-Lago. Then Vice President Biden and Senator Biden illegally removes them, does not have the right to declassify them, keeps them in a broken down box in a garage next to a collapsed dog crate, and then uses the material to give it to his ghostwriter and makes $8 million on it. And yet Biden is not going to be in any trouble. Nothing happens. Trump, who really didn't do anything wrong, is in big trouble, and it's another case. Justice for thee, but not for me. And that's just one of many, many examples.
And we will give you another example, Congressman, because Biden's Department of Justice just announced that 75-year-old Paulette Harlow will be sentenced to 2 years in prison for violating, it's called the Freedom of Access to Clinic Entrances Act, or the FACE Act, for peacefully protesting in front of an abortion clinic. Compare that to the rioter who threw a Molotov cocktail at an NYPD squad car back in 2020, who only got 15 months. And the judge who sentenced, this is Judge Colleen Kohler-Catelli, told Harlow's husband, who begged for mercy because this septuagenarian is ill and in bad health, the judge said to her husband, quote, make an effort to remain alive since that is the tenet of her religion. This is disgusting. I think she's the 10th person to be sentenced in one peaceful protest at an abortion clinic.
It's mean. It's awful. Again, it's not justice that's equal for everyone. Just think about it. An older woman that has health problems has her own strong faith and peacefully protests in front of an abortion clinic, and she's going to jail for 2 years. That's not the United States of America we know. The United States of America we know, the woman would be quietly told by law enforcement, you're too close to the building or whatever the concern was, and please back off, and that would be the end of it. But we're putting people in jail. But Antifa can do whatever they want. And you mentioned somebody went to jail for 15 months. A lot of them didn't go to jail at all. Nothing was done to them, but they're on the left. They're ultra left, so they can do whatever they want, including destroying property. People see this. They know it. People even on both sides of the aisle, real people, regular people out in the public, know that it is something very, very wrong in the justice system. I want to believe in the FBI. I want to believe in the justice system. I want to believe in the Attorney General, but you cannot under the people that are in there right now. It's god-awful, and it's wrong.
Jeff, there was a time that we looked at the age of the defendant, the criminal history of the defendant, the violent nature of the offense.